Welcome to game 4 of my match against JoMa. Let's take a look at what we've got going on here. Coastal Haven is kind of nice. It's a guide effect. No, it's a save effect. I want to hit what? What are we doing here? There doesn't seem like a very big engine that can be built, to be honest. I guess with Academy, you can also do some Conjurer stuff. You just get a bunch of Faithful Hounds, a bunch of Fishermen. Rebuild the Faithful Hound is, I guess, some kind of synergy. Who knows? I feel like if you go for rebuild, I just grab an Embargo, Rebuild, and then Embargo Duchy, and you're going to take 4 or 5 curses, and I'm going to get real thin with Salvagers and so on. So we have a choice between Salvager and Spice Merchant on the 4, and then on the first buy we can go Fisherman, Shantytown, Student. I would not pair Shantytown with Salvager. I think I would pair it with Spice Merchant, Fisherman, or Student, to be honest. Watchtower could be some draw if you're building up like a Fisherman type stack. Although that gets bad pretty quickly. Student gives you a little bit of control over the liaison pile, and potentially you can use Conjurer, get a bunch of Fishermen, and have a Fisherman stack. So it leads me to want to open with a Student, and Student seems like it goes best with Salvager. Coastal Haven maybe makes Rebuild a lot better. No. Yeah, no. Because Rebuild, you're always playing all the Rebuilds in your hand. There's no terminal issues. So I think Student Salvager is the way to go. And then we build up like Fishermen with Fishermen. And we get some Conjurers, get some Shantytowns, try to gain a bunch of Fishermen. Shantytowns. Maybe we grab a Spice Merchant fairly quickly. And oh man, the Student just feels so weak, but I think the Conjurer is going to be really strong. So I'm not worried about the Sorcerer, really, because there's decent trashing. Okay, so I've kind of talked myself out of Student now. So I think I'm going Fisherman, Spice Merchant then. Or maybe Fisherman Salvager, because I really do want to thin the estates first. So Fisherman Salvager. Yeah, and if I draw the Salvager with only coppers, I can Coastal Haven it. Use my favor there. This is tricky though. It's not like super clear to me what the deck that's provincing looks like, other than like 5 Fishermen in the Salvager. And yeah, it's really not clear to me what that deck really looks like. Maybe we just never activate the Conjurers because neither of us wants to get a Student. Lich. Lich makes Rebuild a lot better. Is that right? I could get an early Academy and then just cram in terminals. My next hand, I'm going to have 2 coppers, 2 estates, probably. So I get like 2 2s, maybe a 3 and a 2. And I'm going to save this Salvager. Actually, I'm probably just going to get my Spice Merchant now. They pick up a Fisherman. Yeah, I'm probably just going to get my Spice Merchant now. The Academy should make Shantytowns a lot better, potentially. Okay, bottom 6 cards. I have Estate, 4 coppers, Spice Merchant. So this will be a Fisherman and a Shanty. Yeah, it was only really sad if I bottomed out my Spice Merchant. Yeah, their Shanty's been doing work already, which is cool. Okay, 4. Student just doesn't seem worth it. They did get the Rebuild, which Leads me to want to get a Lich now and salvage the Lich and gain their duchies. So I am going to do that. And I feel like I've lost the thread of this game, but I feel like I've lost the thread of this game now that I've picked up this rebuild. Maybe I need to get an embargo this turn, an embargo rebuild, so they only get one. And then if they get the second rebuild, maybe I'll embargo something else. Okay, I'm going to use a villager here to draw for sure. This is 6. I've got some decent stuff down there. Spice Merchant, and Fisherman, sorry, and embargo. Okay. Their rebuild's starting to do work. I just don't think they can hit 6. I have to save 3 things to trash to the student, but that's not super difficult. I assume they're going to embargo Fisherman? When did they buy the rebuild? Okay, I was not paying enough attention when they bought it turn 4. And they didn't see it till turn 6. Although this was a very nice shuffle for them. We will rotate, and we will grab ourselves a Conjurer now. They embargoed Province. They are starting to see this rebuild every turn, which is a little bit rough for me. Like, man, I don't know. All right, we've seen our Spice Merchants use. Now we'll hit this rebuild. Rotate. Play the Conjurer. Gain ourselves a Fisherman. And a Faithful Hound and a Sorcerer. I feel like our deck's starting to do stuff. They are really seeing these rebuilds at the top of these shuffles, though, every time, which is rough. If you have one shuffle where both rebuilds are bottom decked, you're in really a lot of rough shape, but they've just seen them both. Well, they trigger a somewhat bad shuffle here. No, man. This is like, I don't understand how their deck is doing this well. This is like a crazy performance for this deck. I guess it's thin. Maybe it's not that crazy. I don't know. This seems like... someone could tell me after the game. I'm really struggling to... It would not have occurred to me that you could put this deck together the way that they have. And draw a deck and hit 6 and rebuild twice. But that's... Lich is a cheaper card, so all I can do with Lich is gain duchies, but that's not terrible. I'm happy to gain some duchies. Maybe I give them some curses that slows them down. I'm almost at the point of affording Province myself with many of my draws. I'll have to see what this Fisherman draws. Okay, Student gets a hit in, which is nice. They've got a guess. Maybe the guessing helps their rebuild stuff, but it doesn't seem like it will. And I'm definitely going to rotate here and grab a Lich, and then I'm salvaging Lich as my payload. I have a 16-point deficit, so it's somewhat dicey, but salvage Lich should be worth 9 points every time I can do it. And I've got a lot of villagers, so I'm probably going to gain another Hound here for draw. Maybe I just gain a Fisherman, and then... okay, they get a curse. Excellent. Alright, so we'll play the Shanny first. Okay, Student, rotate, Copper. Conjurer gains a Fisherman, or Conjurer gains a Faithful Hound. So Conjurer gains a Faithful Hound. And we buy a Lich. And sure, we have favors. We might as well save the Salvager. Alright. Boy, they can have shuffles where they don't see their rebuilds both right at the top, I think. Maybe not. Maybe they've got too much VP at this point. Okay, we'll lead on the sorcerer because they're still focused. Okay. I don't think I need a second lich myself. So maybe I don't need to play this student anymore. Oh boy, they only have one card left in the deck. So they can actually figure it out. If there were like 5 cards left in deck, they would have guessed. But since there's one, they're going to take some time, which is correct to do. Okay, so this turn I gain a duchy and a province and a fisherman. Like, it seems like a pretty good turn. I can also consider gaining another salvager to double province turns, because this gets dicey for me. Like, I don't have that much time. So maybe I will gain another salvager with this conjurer and try to like double province duchy, double duchy next turn. That's pretty strong. And I should be drawing here. I have like the rest of my deck is mostly fishermen. Yeah, I don't know what's to be done here. If I really cared about waiting, I would tell them to just guess and then undo if they got it wrong, because they could figure it out, but I don't care that much about waiting. I think even if they have all the information from the log, there's still like a 15% chance they get it wrong and get a curse. I don't know, then they feel really bad about themselves if they get it wrong. But then I feel good about waiting. I don't know, this is just a awkward case in Dominion where they really can look through the log, trash their whole deck. Maybe they forget that I gave them a curse earlier. Maybe they forget how many, like they're counting the trash. It's just difficult. Okay, they guessed it correctly. Okay, we play Shanny, we play Faithful Hound, Fisherman. All right, so Conjurer gains a Salvager. Salvager salvages a Lich, which gains us a Duchy and a Duchess. I don't think I want a Duchess here. Okay. So now we gain a province and a Faithful Hound, and hope to double next turn. And I will use Coastal Haven to save this Faithful Hound. So I can double province, double duchy this turn. Is that right? Oof, they found their rebuild. Hopefully they don't find the other one. This didn't seem like it was a guaranteed draw at all. Okay, they discarded their rebuild, which is good. Okay, so if I double province, double duchy, that's 18 points. That's 26 minus 2 for the curse. So I need to trash the curse with the student. Well, let's go ahead and play the sorcerer. I'm not there yet, but I do have a Shanny down there. I have a Shanny silver, a Shanny, a curse, and a salvager. Okay, so salvage Lich, gain a duchy, Conjurer gains a Faithful Hound. I need to draw. Student trashes a curse. Draw, draw, draw. Salvages a Lich, gains a duchy. And this is province, states. Wow, what a game. What a game, wow. I don't even know what to say about that one. That was a crazy game. Their rebuild strat was super fast, but this Lich Duchy stuff was awesome in the end. So I'm pretty happy about how that one ended, and we move on to game 5.